In this video, we are going to build a beautiful calculator project from scratch. I have a calculator folder open inside Atom Editor. Inside this folder, create a new file and name it as index.html. Again, one more file, create a one more file for style sheet, style.css, and the one more file for script. All the JavaScript will be inside this file. Now open this file, index.html. Currently index.html having nothing. It copy full path and open this inside the browser. We have nothing to see here. Now start building our front view of the calculator. So let's put some boilerplate, HTML boilerplate, and change the title to calculator. And we need to link this style sheet, link style.css and script. We don't need this attribute, so remove it. Script.src is script.js. Save. Right now we don't have anything, just the title is changed, calculator. Let's start building this calculator. Create a div with an ID of container. This container will hold all the elements inside our calculator project. Now again create a div element with an ID of display. This display will get a p element, and below after this display create some buttons. Button we need, number of buttons are 16 with a class of item into 16, or do it 18. These are 18 buttons. Now first button, the text inside the first button is D, the second D for delete, C, E for clear all, and the third one is slash to do operation. Now 1, 2, 3 and 4 1 is asterisk, 4, 5, 6, 7 is minus, 7 is subtraction, 7, 8, 9 and addition. Here goes the dot operator and 0 and equal. Save it and reload the page. It look like this. Inside the browser. We don't have added any style sheet. It's time to move to style sheet. So open the style sheet and change body margin 0, padding 0, font family Montserrat, Montserrat sans serif, and save and reload. Now select the container and display it as grid. Display grid. Save and reload. It looks like this. This gap above is the P element. Let me insert something inside the P element. 1, 2, 3. Reload. Here we go. This is the P element. And Grid column, grid template columns is auto, auto, auto and auto. It is 4 column and reload. 1, 2, 3, 4. What we want, this P element should take the 100%. So select the display as display grid column span 1 by 5. Now it takes 100% of the width. We don't want to go this far. This calculator should be of a fixed width. So give the container a width of 360 px. Now it looks something like similar. This CE button should span to the 2 rows. So give the CE button a class of clear. CE button give a class of clear and select this class. Clear grid column 2 by 5. Do it 2 by 4. It takes 2. And every button should have some padding. So we have the class name item added to each button. Select dot item and padding 20 px from each side. It looks now better. We don't want this border, so remove border. Border none. There is no border. The display element should have a background color RGBA 0.7 and the font color is white. Text align should be right side and display should have a padding of 15 px. Now it looks something good. Or do it 10 px top and bottom and 20 px left and right. Okay. This button should take this much width. So give a class to this button. The class is equal. Now select that class. Dot equal grid column should be from 3 to 4 and end before 5. So 3 by 5. Okay. Now it's look good. The font size inside the for each button, font size should be 18 px. And font family should be this. Each item have its font family. Now it looks good. I want a margin between each button. So each item has a margin 0.5 px. Now it looks good. And the one thing remain is to center this calculator between the screen, in the middle of the screen. So what we can do is we can change the position to absolute. Top 50%, left 50%, transform translate -50% and -50%. It takes the element in the middle of the screen. Now change the background color. Copy this color from gradient css gradient.io. Copy this color and paste here. Now reload. Here we go. A good looking calculator front view. Now one minor thing remains is go to index.html and this P should contain different span element with an ID. First span element span hash previous input 1 2 3 ID is operation and third one is current. So current is 23213 and the fourth one is result. The ID for fourth one is result. Result should show the operation of this. Let me see how it looks. Reload, it looks like this, but we want the result to be below, so give it a BR. Now it looks good. Add one more BR, some spacing, and change the font size for this result. Copy this ID and font size is 22 px for result. The font size should be greater for this. This will show the current type number, and this will show the previous input, and this will show the last input, and here the operation, which operation we are giving. So let's start building this. Before we move, these are the operation button: division, asterisk, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. So give it a class of, give this button a class of operation. Here, 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 and here. Give them a class of operation. Operator. Give them a class of operator. And save. Nothing changes. Now it's time to build the code, JavaScript code. So let's close this one and start the script page. We have added this script tag. So window dot onload equal function alert connected. It will check if we are connected properly. Now it is connected, and this window.onload, this function will load before will wait before the page is loaded completely. Now select all buttons equal document dot query selector all. I want to select all button element. This will select all the button elements. Now whenever a button is clicked, I want to add a event listener to this. buttons dot for each button. It takes a function and argument button btn for each button dot add event listener. Now it again takes a function alert clicked. Whatever button is clicked, it will alert clicked. We can reload and check. It doesn't working. Something is tedious. Inspect. There is a minor mistake. Document. The spelling mistake. It is a spelling mistake. document. Document dot query selector all button. Now reload. Type error. Event dot target add event listener. Argument required, but only one passed. We missed the event type. So here, when someone clicked click, this the event we are passing is click. Whenever a button is click, we should alert click. Now reload and click. Now I want to check if the button click is operator or something. Let's start building from this button. If someone click this alert deleted, we are going to check for delete button. Delete button.
पेटीएम में ऐड नहीं
हाँ क्या
अपना बारकोड लगा लीजिए
नहीं
नहीं
है best. Now we are going to check for this delete button. Let's give it a class of delete. This button has a class of delete. So how can we check for a class? If this button, if button dot class name dot match delete, we can alert delete. Reload. And whenever I click on any button, now we are checking for if the button has a class name that matches this string delete. No button has the class name delete, so nothing happens. As soon as I click on this button, it will alert delete. No button is working right now. So keep it like this and move for next button. We have checked for delete button. If the button has delete, we will do something here. Now else, if button has a class name of clear, clear, we have a class name clear here for this button. So if this click alert clear all, button. The delete button is delete, it will alert delete, and the clear all button, CE button is click, it will alert clear all. Reload and check it is working right properly. Delete, it will alert delete, and clear all will alert clear all. And the remaining button doesn't work. Now we need to check for operator. First button, second button, and this operator list. We have added this class to each button. So copy this and operator. Else, if button dot class name dot match operator alert btn dot inner text. Here we go. It's asterisk, it's positive sign, plus sign, it's minus sign. This all operator has a class of operator, so it will alert the inner text. Dividation plus. Now we are going to check for this dot operator. If okay, let me show you how we will do. Dot period RIOD. Else, if button dot class name dot match we don't have any class added to this operator, so operator will have a class of dot alert im dot save and reload and click here. Dot is not defined. Here we go. We should pass a string, not a variable name. Reload and click here. im dot. Delete, clear all, operator. These four are operators. This is im dot, and remain is this one and these buttons. So let's now check for equal. Else, if this is equal, we have class given class name equal for this button. Copy this and button dot class name dot match equal, and equal should be a string. Equal. As soon as this equal button is clicked, we should display result. Alert result. Reload, and this will display our result here in here. Now let's catch this element. So start now numbers. Else, do this. Else, alert button dot inner text 2890. We are alerting this. Now we need to grab this. So create a variable above. Let first input let first input equal 0 or keep it as empty string. Let second input equal empty string. Let operator equal empty string. We are setting this value as we go. And one more thing we need to capture which button is current button. Current input is an empty string. So as soon as a button is clicked here, we need to update. We need to show that click button, the text of this click button inside this. How can we do this? Reload, and we are going to update the result. Copy this and const result equal document dot query selector and this result is an ID, so paste result. The inner text should be changed as soon as the button is clicked here. Now we are going to update the inner text. Result dot inner text plus equal btn dot inner text. This span has a class of result. We are updating the inner text to the button which is being clicked. Reload and check. It doesn't do anything right now. It just alerting. Save and reload. Here you can see plus equal 3 6. So clear this, and it should start from 0 when somewhere 0, and now if I click on 1 2 3 6, but this 0 should be removed. So what can I do is, we can update this element accordingly. How we can do this? We can check if this operator is, or we can update this current input. Let me show you. Result plus inner text or current input plus equal this btn dot inner text, and we can update result dot inner text equal btn. We can update result dot inner text equal current input. Now reload. It start from 0 and do 1. Now as soon as I click 1, the current input is equal to this text button dot inner text, that is 1, and the result dot inner text is equal to current input. Current input is 1, 1, 2, 3, 6, and so on. Let me reload this. This is current input. Now we need to check if operator is equal to empty string and second input is also equal to an empty string. So we are going to set first input equal current input, first input equal current input, else we are updating second input equal current input. I think I am missing something here. Let me check again. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to add this logic here. So remove this and keep it as this. Reload 4, 5, 6, 9. As soon as I click this CE button, it will clear everything here. The previous input, last input, and this operator and this. So the last thing is this, and now I need to check for this operator. Where is the operator? This is dot period. Let me show you what we can do. If current input dot index of this, it will return -1, or the position of or the index of is not equal -1. We are checking if the dot period is not present in the current input. So current input plus equal dot, else we want to simply else return or do nothing. Let me show you how this will work. Reload and 4, 5, this it is not doing anything right now. Something is missing. Current input plus equal, I am setting current input plus equal this dot. Or how can I change this? Let me current input dot index of this dot is -1, so add this is equal to -1. If this is not present, it will log this -1. So if this not present, add this or else return. Reload 4, 5 dot, it is not doing anything. What is I missing? Let me copy this or log it. console.log control Z current input dot index of this dot, reload and click here -1. If this equal to -1, we want to add this. If equal to -1, current index in -1, we want to add the dot print. Current input plus equal control Z. Current input, or we want to add result plus equal this dot. Result dot, oh sorry, I am missing result dot inner text plus equal this. Now it will just show reload 5 6, now dot, now the dot came and dot is gone because we don't have set up current input plus equal this dot. We have to set this line. Now reload 1 2 3 dot, now this dot is here and click again dot. Now it will do nothing, it will just return, simply return. Reload 1 2 3 dot 8 9 7, it will just simply return. Now let's do this clear button, CE button. Let's start building this clear button. This clear button will hold the value of nothing. That means it will change everything to an empty string. It will set all our variable to an empty string. So go to clear button. Where is clear all button? Here. Remove this alert. If this clear all button is clicked, this all operator, first input, second input, operator and current input, this all will be set to an empty string. Control Z. And save. Now check it for. Okay, I type this and as soon as I click CE, it set everything to 0. Everything is set to 0, but this, the text inside this is not removed. So let's select this and remove their text. So the previous input, we are going to select previous input. First, previous input is document dot query selector dot with an ID. Query selector has an ID previous input. Now this previous input text should be 0. Inner text, previous input dot inner text should be empty. Dot inner text equal an empty string, so it will show nothing. As 1 2 3 1 2 6 8, and as soon as I click clear all, it will remove element inside this and clear all. It shows previous okay, input is not defined. I have okay, this I have this spelling mistake here. Previous input dot inner text 1 2 3 and click clear all. The previous input is gone, operator and the current input is here. So select the operator or this operation ID operation ID const operation equal document dot query selector. This is an ID, so hash and operation. So operation dot inner text of let me check. Okay, it is named as operation. Operation dot inner text is set to an empty string. So 4, 5, 6, 5 and clear. Operation is gone, and this is remain, and this one is remain. So first let me change result dot inner text equal, it will always show 0. One, two, three, clear. It comes to 0. It's the previous input and the operator is gone. Now the last thing is remain is this. So select this. This is the current. It has an ID of current. Select this and let not here. Select, keep it here. Let current equal document dot query selector. Query selector has an ID of current. So the text inside the current element, current dot inner text should be an empty string. So reload, and 255 we don't have to, this button is not have something to do here, and click clear. Everything is gone and it came to 0. 1, 2, 3 result. As soon as now we have this done, let me show you one. I click 1, 2, 3 and then any operator, this operator addition. So this 1, 2, 3 should go to 1, 2, 3 and the operator should be shown. So come to this operator if, and check here if of second input is equal to an empty string. Second input is equal to an empty string. So as soon as I click this operator, the current index should be set to the first input. First input equal current input. This current input. Else second let me show you. I am missing one thing here. As soon as someone click on this operator, the first thing we need to set is the operator equal of this operator. We need to select this, we need to set this operator btn dot inner text. Whichever operator is clicked, it is saved in here. Let me show you. Console dot log operator. Here we go. We have asterisk. Now we have this negative, this addition, and this subtraction. remove this and check if second input is equal to empty string, first input equal current input, and then set this thing. Else do the opposite. Second input is equal to current input. Let me console.log first input, and here second input. Now reload 1 2 3. As soon as I hit this the first input is this, and 1 2 3. Now as soon as I hit this, let me show you again, 1 2 3, and as soon as I hit this operator plus, let me reload everything, 1 2 3, and I hit this addition button, it gives us the first input. Let me do one thing here. First input plus second input plus, reload 1 2 3 and addition, it's set to first input. Now when I hit this addition, the text here should be removed, and here the previous and the operator should be set. So do it here. The previous input dot inner text, now equal first input, and the operator dot inner text, okay, it is set, it has a class ID of operation. So operation dot inner text equal operator, because we are setting the operator here, and comment out this, change this. Let me 5 5 5. As soon as I hit, it is hard coded. We are seeing this because it is hard coded. We have click 5 button 3 times. As soon as I hit any button, this will change and this will change. Let me add now, see, and the current input, and else console.log this. Now as soon as I hit, whenever it now happen, the one thing here remain is to clear this button. As soon as I hit this operator button, this will clear from here and goes to here. So result dot inner text is now equal to 0. Let me show you. 36 divided by, now it's 0. Now we start typing something. 36 divided by, result equal inner text, and the variable that shows here is current input. Current input should also be set to an empty string, because as soon as let me show you again why this I am telling this. Let 56 multiply by and now we need to type any element. We have typed 56 previously. Now see, when I click here 9, what happened? It shows 569. We just need to show this 9. So we, to change this, we need to select this, and one more thing, we need to change current input to an empty string. So reload and check. One, don't do this. Reload 36 minus 3. Now this worked properly. And as soon as I click this equal button, this 3 should go here, and here should be the result of 36 minus 3 should be displayed here. So clear up. Now 1, 2, 3. One thing remain is we will remove this hard coded element. This is 1, 2, 3. It is hard coded. This operator is hard coded. This is hard coded. We need to show the 0 whenever we start the calculator. It is 0. As soon as I type 45 and hit the equal operator, hit the any operator, let me show, I hit this plus button. Now 45 plus, and I click this 5. Now this 5, this shown here, and when I click this equal button, this 5 should go here, and 45 plus 50 should be visible here. Now it's time to build this. Whenever I hit equal, it shows the result. So go to equal in the script file, script.js. Where is the equal? This is equal button. Whenever I hit equal, this, let me delete this, 1, 2, 3 plus, and I 7. 1, 2, 3 plus 7 should be seen here, and 130 should be seen here. So the current, I need to select this current span. So we have already selected that current span. Here we go, this current span. Now in the equal, here current dot inner text equal current dot inner text equal this. But before, let me set, whenever we hit here, this means we have already set first input, we have already set second input, and we just remain to add the second input. So first second input equal current input, and result, not result, it is current, it is set to current. Current dot inner text equal second input. Let me show you how this works. We have nothing to show. 1, 2, 3. I just hit 1, 2, 3 plus. Now I click the new input 7, and I hit this equal button. 1, 2, 3 plus equal this 7, and now I want to change this 7 to 130 equal. In JavaScript we have this beautiful evolve function. Let me show what this evolve function do. Let me show you what this evolve function does or do. It will take a string 2 plus 2, and it will output this to 4. So use it for our benefit here. Let result equal evolve, EVAL, evolve, first input plus operator plus second input. We are setting first input. This is we are getting it as a string. This operation is also a string, and this is the third input. We are concatenating them and we are returning their operation, mathematical operation. Let me now show you console.log result. Go to our calculator and here 1, 2, 3 plus 7. As soon as I hit this equal, it will, here we go, 123 plus 7 is 130. Now the type of this is number, or let me show you simple one. 5 plus 5 equal 10, or 2 into 10 equal 20, or 50 divided by 25 equal 2. It will do all the mathematical operation for us. And 7 plus 5, 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 2 equal 9.5, or 7.5 into 2 equal 15. The one thing in this calculator remain is to update the result. Now let's update this result. So we have already selected this result as this result, where we are here. Remove this console line and result dot inner text equal result. Everything is done. 2 into 2 equal 4. It shows here but doesn't update here. Result dot inner text it is not updating here. Why does it is not updating the result? Am I missing something? Let me reload. 1, 2, 3 plus 7 equal 130. Now it, okay, just one thing is remain is to reload. 10 plus 20 equal 30. Now we have done this calculator. 10 plus 5 equal 15, clear. 3 into 3 equal 9, clear. 9 divided by 3 equal 3, clear. Now one thing that remain is I want to add this functionality. This delete button will just delete the last type input. So how can we achieve this? Let's go to this delete button. Where is this delete button? The first button is for our delete. Okay, what can we do? Whenever we, let me show you from scratch. I want to remove this 3, but and the text, as soon as I click this delete button, this will remove this 3 from the current input element. So we can select current input dot slice should start from the length. We don't know the length of this, so current input dot length minus 1 and to go to one element and they also need to update current or result, not the result, what can we update? First thing we are doing, we are calling a slice function. Let me console.log this. Console.log current input dot slice from current input dot length minus 1 to 1. Okay, 20 to 33. It gives us an empty string. Why does it give us an empty string? (23) clear. It again gives us an empty string. Or let me console.log current input dot length 23, length is 201. The index is, the length is 2, but the index number start from 0, 0, 1. So I want to console.log my current input dot length minus 1. I want to console.log the number current input and inside the square bracket current input dot length minus 1. So 1, 2, 3. It should log this 3. Now this 3 is logged out. So current input dot slice current input okay, now change current input dot length minus 1. I am missing something. Let me see how I did this. Or remove last element JS. Or do a search for remove last character from string JS. Wait for it to reload or slice 0 minus 1. We can use this code. Let me now see how is this work. Dot slice 0 minus 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3 and delete. Slide is not defined. Okay, something is missing here. An expected token is here. The unexpected token is here. I am missing something. What I am missing? Current input dot slides. Unexpected token at line number 23. 20, line number 20. This current input dot slice. One, two, three, delete. Now from 1 to 3 the last element is not deleted, and we want it to as set as current input equal current input dot slice this, and remove this line. 1, 2, 3, delete. And we also want to update the inner text. Result dot inner text is equal to current input. Reload 1, 2, 3 plus 33. I just wanted to add 33, not 333. So delete the last one. The last one is deleted but is not updated. Reload this 1, 2, 3 minus. It is not updating. Why it is not updating? Let me see. Current input is equal to current input dot result is equal to, let me do this, plus equal 1, 2, 3, delete. Current input is not defined. On line number 20, current one, two, three. Now it will do the work. We just need equal sign. 1, 2, 3, delete, 16, delete, 13 plus 23, and equal 13 plus 23 equal 36. Clear all. Now what we are doing, we are using a slice method. Slice start from 0 to -1. It will reverse the start from the length of the element. It will select the last element in the string, and we are updating result dot inner text equal current input. 1, 2, 3, delete, clear all. 1, 2, 3 into 3 equal 369, clear all. We have built this beautiful calculator. Enjoy this method. Now let me again review this code. First thing, we have added this window dot on load function because our step tag is headed to the head, and this function will wait for the page to load. We have selected this button using query selector all and the button tag. This will select all the buttons. For the buttons dot for each, we have added event listener. The event listener we are listening is click event. Now for each button that is clicked, we are doing this if and else statement. If the button dot class name dot match this delete, so we are deleting the element, and so on. If it matches clear, we are clearing every input and every text inside this. And if the click button clicked is the operator, we are checking if the second input is equal to empty, so first input is current input, or first input is current input, operator is equal to button dot inner text, and so on. Reverse, and in this two we are updating. In this two we are updating this, and this result, as soon as we hit the operator, this goes to 0 and current input goes to the empty string. Else second input equal current input, console.log second input. We never come to this line, I think, or let me remove this or comment this out. Control Z. Let me remove this and let me check it is working properly. 1 2 3 plus 56 equal 179. Reload. 1 2 3 minus 63 60. Clear all. 1 2 3. Delete last element. Divide by 2. It gives us 16. We never come to this line in the project. We are just checking if second input is in an empty string, so set everything to this, and we are not coming into this line.